Today's episode on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're going to go through the rumors that are going around that Monday Night Raw is going to be in the W Media Network with TBS, TNA, not TNA, TBS, TNT, where AEW right now is half the program. We're going to be talking about that and the rumors and ridiculous that let's hearing all week long. We're going to talk about that and much more on today's episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. We are going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, so we're about to kick it and we're going to start right now.
Is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen.
God, let's do this again. We have a little interrupt.
Is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And let me tell you, when you do things live, anything could go wrong. And like my introduction right now, I did the introduction live and something went wrong. I hit a keyboard and I had to restart it all over. But I am your host, the infamous Ultimate One from the Boogie Down Bronx. And today, we're going to be talking about the TBS, TNT, Warner Media, Discovery, and the rumors that have been going around. Now, when I did my podcast last week with Jay Santee from the Turbo Tabloid, I said I was going to take a break from the podcast scene because I figured, well, it may not be too much of a rumors and none of that stuff. I mean, I saw the CM Punk confront Seth Rollins this week in Monday Night Raw. My thoughts about that. It kind of reminded me of the Hangman Page and CM Punk situation where Seth Rollins said, "This is not your home and we're going to fight," whatever. It was so familiar. And of course, you had the podcasters, one in particular. I mean, I'm not even going to give him the name because this podcaster goes on YouTube and swears he is the number one podcaster in the IWC, and he's never wrong. So, what happens? So, this week, there was a report going around that, that Warner Media had a meeting with WWE, Nick Khan, Triple H, and TKO, I forgot the guy, last name is Shapiro. And that they have made a call, the CM Punk made a call to someone in Warner Media and all this nonsense. Now, this came again from Dave Meltzer. Reports that there was a last Monday meeting in New York with Warner Brothers. Now, I laugh with some of these podcasters because the minute they hear something from Dave Meltzer, they jump on the damn on their podcast and automatically they think this shit is true. The funny part is that when that report came, then Meltzer claimed that Nick Khan and Triple H and WWE met with Warner Brothers, that CM Punk, that they were CM Punk was influenced behind that because CM Punk, they wanted CM Punk to stay with Warner Brothers because AEW fired him. A lot of bullcrap. Then Haus of Wrestling came out of nowhere and corrected all this, that everything that Dave Meltzer said about the meeting in New York with Warner Media was not true. Now, The funny thing is that some of these podcasters, they get on their little platform, and I start noticing lately that a lot of these wrestlers, when WWE is doing bad, they'll jump on the AEW ship. When AEW is doing bad, they jump on the WWE ship. Now, as of recently, because CM Punk came, now this certain podcaster from New York, I know some of you that that had network with me, I know who I'm talking about. Ever since CM Punk came back, he has made CM Punk like the next Hulk Hogan or the next Steve Austin. Now, granted that CM Punk, yes, sells a lot of merchandise and whatnot because he got a big, large fan base. But they're making it look like CM Punk is now the all to be all in pro wrestling, which is not fucking even, not even true. Okay. Yes, the man has a large fan base. His most biggest fan base, of course, is in Chicago. When you go to Chicago, forget it. Everybody loves CM Punk in Chicago. Okay. And now they're talking about, because CM Punk is now in WWE, Warner Media is now going to go and bring in Monday Night Raw into the programming while AEW is still under contract with TBS and TNT, Warner Media, whatever. Now, my thing is, why is everybody continue to listen to these dirt sheets, to these these fake ass journalists, because that's what they are, fake journalists. And guys like Andrew Bagala, whatever his name is, and JD's from New York. Yes, I'm going to mention his name also. Okay. They go, and because they need clickbait, and I'm going to say that it's clickbait. It's all about, because they make their living off. They'll go and grab anything that these clowns like a Dave Meltzer, a Haus of Wrestling, a culture, whatever the hell's cultaholic culture, whatever the name is, and grab their little stories and run with them. What makes it more sad is that people who are in these wrestling group chats or wrestling Facebook groups go and post this shit on their little post. Oh, look what I got. And actually start, posting these shit and making it look like it's real. Okay. The funniest one was this week. They're talking about, AEW is losing $36 million. Losing $36 million this year. Okay. So they haven't made a profit, supposedly. Now, funny is that this is coming from WrestleNomics. Again, a Brandon Thurston. Brandon Thurston is a damn, and I'm going to say it straight up, Brandon Thurston is an AEW hater. This man never, since he came in, this WrestleNomics bullshit that came out of, I don't know, after All In, because I never heard of WrestleNomics. Never. Okay? Never heard of WrestleNomics until All In. Once All In came, he started posting that no, they did not make, that attendance was not 81,000 and whatnot. Right? So then it turned out that was a lie. So everybody's believing all these dirt sheet about how now Monday Night Raw is going to go to TBS or TNT, and they're going to have Raw and AEW on the same channel, and most likely AEW is going to get kicked out of TBS or TNT. It's a misconception. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, and again, I'm not saying, that it can't happen, because it can happen. And Corey, you're right. Corey writes, let me post this up, because you know what? Some of this stuff, he says, I've been saying that for a while about podcasters jumping on the hot ticket. I honestly feel Like all they focus on shit like TV deals and other stuff instead of the ring product. It hurts, the what's it? It hurts the interest. You're right, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and I'll probably put this up because this is perfect. This is a perfect example. I mean, I know I'm not going crazy. All that, what's funny that people act like they know the business behind TV deals, the business of profit, the business of money. Like all of a sudden, these wrestling fans became such educated all of a sudden. Like, the profits and listen, and I'm gonna say this again. Okay. If you don't got money on the stock market when it comes like the WWE, because AEW of course is not it's private, but WWE is a public sharing company. If you don't have money on them, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep it up real. And you're gonna ask yourself, oh, are you? Yes, I have stocks on now what is called TKO. And I've been having stocks since 2020 on WWE. When they were down, what, $20, $40 on the pandemic? I jump on that shit and I'm making money on it. Okay. But the funny thing is, people want to talk about money. People want to talk about profits. People want to talk about TV deals. First of all, you act like Tony Khan doesn't know anything about TV deals. The man owns a Premier League team. Okay. The man owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. I don't know if his father owns the soccer team or not, but either way. Okay. Who else? He owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. You think he don't know about TV deals? You think that he doesn't know what's going on? And the problem is, like yesterday, they had the Ring of Honor final battle, and I think they asked him a couple of questions about him and Warner Media, and he said, we're having a great relationship. Why is he going to feed these dirt sheets, these clowns, all this information so then they go on places like Twitter, Facebook, or go to the little podcast and give the wrong information, stir the pot, because that's what they do. That's what these podcasters and these dirt sheets do. They spin everything inside the pot to give you fucking different information, which is not true. Why can we not just enjoy the product, the wrestling? Fine. If you don't like WWE, don't watch fucking WWE. If you don't watch AEW, you don't like AEW, don't watch AEW. If you don't like MLW, TNA, New Japan, don't watch it. If you don't like wrestling at all, don't fucking watch it at all. How about that? Okay? This is annoying. It's very fucking annoying when you see this shit. Now, let's talk about the possibilities, maybe, of, Monday Night Raw going to TBS or TNT. That's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? And of course, after 2024, the TV deal with AEW, it's over. Right? Let's say, give and take, that Warner Brothers does go in, bring in Monday Night Raw. Okay? He does. And then next thing you know, Monday Night Raw's on TBS, TNT. Then let's say at the end of next year, AEW no longer have a TV deal. It's going to be problematic, but you think Tony Khan doesn't have something in his back pocket? Okay. Now, mind you, the AEW, of course, the product itself it's just been going through hell the ending of this month. Already Kenny Omega is hurt. The tag team title match between Jericho and Omega versus Starks and Big Bill is right now in jeopardy. I mean, that promo they did this weekend, it was fucking horrible. I don't know who came up with that. I think Chris Jericho's ideas are no longer not great anymore. He doesn't have it anymore. Even though Chris Jericho is he's a locker room leader in the back. You know what I'm saying? But again, people are always complaining about it. To me, it looks like doesn't matter what AEW does. People are going to fucking complain about it. Okay. Me, honestly, I thought Tina was going to drop the belt last night to Billy Starks. She didn't. She still got the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. And again, a podcast is talking about, He called all 6 of you geeks watching Final Battle. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. How about that? Let people like what they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's podcasts like that. They're toxic to the community, to the wrestling community. And this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's crazy. It's what Corey said. You know, podcasters jump on the hot ticket. That's what they do. They jump on the hot ticket because they need to make their little money. Because, you know, they don't got real jobs, of course. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they do. They clickbait. They tell you all the, like, it's funny because when I saw this, I believe it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. And I saw this report about the possibility. That's funny. The possibility without no leg to run into. You listen to Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer, it's a clown. This guy's a fucking clown. You got the Eric Bischoff's another guy. It's a guy who's miserable. Nobody wants to sign him anywhere. No, he doesn't have a job. So what he does, he talks about AEW picking up Ring of Honor. That, you know, Ring of Honor is like a horse with a bad leg. Shoot him in the back. Take him to the back of the barn and shoot him. You know, you just pissed off because you're the fucking guy who had a $81 million or $100 million company, and it went down. As a matter of fact, WCW went to hell because all that money was wasted on bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And with the Hulk Hogan's and all that. But yeah, you go into your little platform and go and bash AEW. Now, you may think I'm a big AEW fan and I'm what is it called? An AEW stan. Oh, I'm crying. No, it's not about what I like. And if I'm an AEW fan, I am a fan of pro wrestling. Okay. I have my issue with WWE, but WWE, again, since Triple H has taken over, is looking good. Okay. Even that whole thing with AJ Styles turning on LA Knight. I already know the story behind that, but everybody want to act stupid like they don't know why he attacked LA Knight. People forget that when the day that AJ Styles got hurt by the bloodline, he was supposed to be John Cena's partner. And LA Knight took his spot. There goes your story on that. Okay. But these third sheets and these podcasts is going to twist and turn that and then make you believe some other bullshit. Okay. But again, I just don't understand how people get this misconception that AEW is going to get kicked out of the network. Okay. They're going to get kicked out of the network, and to top it off, they're not going to have a home. It's like people really want to see AEW fail so fucking bad. And there's a thing that I think it was me and Jay were talking about it. People fail to see that if WWE is the only one standing again, how is that good for wrestling? Please tell me. And again, let me put this one too. And give this one a star too, because it makes sense. Again, Corey saying it again. What's crazy is how people forget how still WWE was before AEW. And you know what? I was about to say that when this man just wrote that about that. People forget how bad wrestling was. Okay? Because TNA tried to compete with WWE back then, and they couldn't. Their show was horrible. And who was behind that? Eric Bischoff and Dixie Carter. Okay? And there's always those people who are now flapping their gums, okay? Flapping their gums about how, AEW is doing everything wrong, whatever. Listen, I'm not saying AEW is not doing things wrong, because they got a lot of wrestlers and they're not using them. Tony Khan gets new toys, and then other people want to play with those toys, but he won't allow them to play because this is his toy. He doesn't want nobody touching them. So that's one of the things I don't like what Tony Khan does. Now, as far as wrestling matches, I'm a big time when they put dream matches like this, Intercontinental Classics, it's great. But people are they are waiting for AEW to fall to the ground so they could celebrate. For what? For you people to stop fucking complaining about WWE that, oh, this shit is stale, this is whack, whatever. I don't understand it. And then you got these podcasters who they go and their fan base are the same, got the same ideology as the guy who's doing the podcast. Being a mark, being a fucking bully to the people who, okay, because it's, I put on Twitter. I mean, you guys could go on my Twitter account. The ultimate one's right there. / let me remove this for now. Thank you, Corey, for listening or watching. Actually, you can follow me on Twitter or ultimate_1. Okay, if you go in there, you see that I posted something today of the podcaster who was bullying somebody because he was talking highly about Anna Jay beating Red Velvet. I think it was last night. I don't know when. The guy has autism, and the podcast still win, and he bashed the guy for no reason. Okay, and when you got podcasters like that, and they go and they actually, start reposting and making fun of people, it's just the IWC is so toxic. It's ridiculous. Everybody gets hurt in the process. You know what I'm saying? And again, Corey, yep, you're right. They need the competition, make them raise the game. And if AEW was not around, let's talk about that. I'm glad Corey said that. If AEW was not around, do you think WWE will be the way it is now? I think Vince McMahon will still be around. You know what I'm saying? He got no competition. I mean, Ring of Honor was around before AEW. New Japan, of course, New Japan, nobody really follows New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is one of the fucking greatest Japanese promotion there is. And now I'm reading it, they have created this thing, United Japan Promotion, which is, I think, all the wrestling companies in Japan are getting together to probably create one big show. I think somewhere in May, I think it's coming up. Those were the only two around. You had Impact at that time, was TNA. Or Impact, actually, because they had changed their name. Impact. Yeah, Impact, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. That's all there was when WWE was around by itself. Okay? It was stale. I don't want to hear it. It was stale. It wasn't until AJ Styles came in 2016 or 2017, whatever it was, at the Royal Rumble, that they started picking up track. That when AEW started coming in, WWE was still being lazy. They weren't the way they are now, because the old man had his own ideologies. So come on, guys. Come on. And who is to know? Who's to know? Monday Night Raw may not end up in fucking in Warner Brothers. They're probably going to end up in NBC, in Channel 4. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Already NXT is in CW. You'll see that on Channel 11 here in New York. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, does it really matter? Why don't people just enjoy the wrestling? Yeah, criticize whatever you want to do, but don't fucking go and become toxic in Facebook groups and Twitter, all kinds of shit, because you don't like a fucking promotion. And then you got these dirt sheets. You giving them. First of all, I don't know why anybody follows Dave Meltzer when the guy, you got to pay to read his newsletter. Why would you want to pay for somebody who's giving you they fucking thought, and 98% of the time he's wrong. Same thing with WrestleNomic. Brandon Thurston, AEW hater #1. Okay. O'Brien Alvarez. Okay. The JDs from New York who always think he's #1 in the whole IW scene with his little podcast. Okay. Fucking rants and bitch and cries like a little baby. Yes, I'm calling them out. I don't give a fuck. This is my platform. You know what I'm saying? So, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I was going to take a break this week and maybe come the ending of the month and talk about World's End, review the wrestling year, all who I think the rest of the year will be, which I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. But, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Let me see what he says. AEW made Punk come back, Cody relevant, and now WWE took Jay. All the biggest names they have signed have been because of AEW. Like you said, let's just enjoy wrestling, man. Keep speaking truth. Hey, let me put this up here, yo. Thank you again, Corey. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you too also for listening. Listen, again, he's right. Cody became relevant because of AEW, even though he was in Ring of Honor. But again, nobody was watching Ring of Honor. Nobody was watching New Japan. Jake Cargill, if it wasn't for AEW, she would not be in WWE right now getting trained. Okay, so people saying that she's not trained correctly doesn't matter. Okay, CM Punk, he wasn't going to get signed back for WWE. AEW was not around. No one gave a rat's ass. WWE didn't give a rat's ass. That's what I'm saying. If AEW was not around, okay, let's be realistic. WWE would not be the way they are now. They will not. I'll tell you right now. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? So I think I had enough of renting here. This is what I love. Because I usually don't do a lot of live stuff, but I've been doing live stuff more lately because it's better. Make mistakes, you deal with it, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But that is it for me today, guys. Just let me know what you think, especially those on YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell and whatnot. Follow me, subscribe. I do this every week. Like I said, I was going to take a break, but this stuff like this with these podcasts and this dirt sheet just drives me off the wall, because then you got podcasters like myself who go and speak the truth, but I made the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm entitled to my damn opinion. You don't like it, you kiss my ass. How about that? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to my platform then. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to my platform. It's all right. Other people will agree with me. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank those who listen. I want to thank those who keep supporting the podcast, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm mostly on Twitter. You guys follow me, and my Twitter handle is right there at Ultimate One. Follow me and check my stuff out. Also, check out my t-shirts, hats, hoodies at TCWR, veryimpressive.com. And whatnot. Again, that's TCWR, veryimpressive.com. We are available on YouTube and any audio podcast platform, including Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, or any audio podcast platforms you like to listen to your favorite show. But when it comes to the audio podcast, I do a series called Behind the Curtain, which I haven't done in the last couple of weeks because there wasn't a lot of news, and that's mostly an hour long, so you guys could check that out. So again, guys, thank you for all your comments and support. Again, continue to support the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, and I will see you guys next week with more of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Again, let me know what you think. Leave me your comments and your thoughts and your feedback, and I will get back to you. Until then, Top Guy out.